Hi, my name is Christina and I'm your librarian here at Christina's Bookshelf, and today I am bringing you the LGBT Book Challenge. This is kind of going to be my book tag. Every book that I talk about is going to be within the LGBT community. What I need everybody to understand, and just kind of like bear with me though, is that I've only been reading in this genre for 2 years. 2 little years of my life. So if you're like, oh, Christina, this book would be better here, or this book would be better there, probably, but I haven't read it. Now, what was pointed out to me, my last couple book tags, is that I might have a obsession with Tal Bauer, and I talk about him constantly. So my goal for this one was to talk about him not at all. So I started kind of at June 30th, because each day was supposed to be something new. Like I would get on Facebook and say, today is June 6th, and it is, where are my notes? That way I'm not making stuff up. Favorite couple. But I decided to turn it into a book tag, and so I kind of started off with the 30th and moved my way up. And of course, number one is favorite opening line or paragraph. And I'm already breaking my promise, because pressing back against the ancient stone church walls, Elaine palmed his pistol, his fingers curling around the heavy grip as he adjusted his hold. Cold ivy, wet with dew, flicked over the back of his neck, and midnight fog clung to his skin. The rough-hewn stones and the dreary courtyard. Across the cobblestone drive in front of the church, pebbles skittled wildly, an ill wind blowing through. Come on, tell me that doesn't pique your interest. All right? Okay. Father Lothario and Some Other Dudes by Tal Bauer. So that is June 1st. All right, it's out of the way. Are we all happy? Number 2, sports themed. Once again, as I said, I am kind of new to this. I have this one pulled out. We have Tight End by Devin McCormick. And then, of course, the Hat Trick Trilogy by Jeff Adams, because it's so good. Favorite cover without a person. And I came up with one today that I was like, I love that cover, and that's what I want to use. And I didn't write it down, and now I don't remember. I have up here, though, The Visionary by Charlie Cody, because I love that cover. There is, no, there isn't. I was thinking of something else. Yeah, I love that cover, but I can't think of the other one that I wanted to use, too. Food or drink themed. One of my favorite books is because I love books that show mental illness and kind of target it on that, just because it's something that's out there and too many people shove it under the rug. So a food or themed one is Blueberry Boys by Vanessa North. I absolutely love those two so much. And then Tasting Notes by Kate Ashwood, because who doesn't love a winery? Like, seriously, I can't trust people that don't like wineries. Favorite free or KU book. I had to kind of go and look through some KU stuff, Kindle Unlimited, because obviously I haven't been using it for a while, and I found this jewel of a book because I freaking love it. It's Werewolves of Brooklyn by Brad Vance, and the whole thing is that it's, yes, there's mates and there's destiny, but it's not a, like, pump it, dump it, bite it, and look, you're a werewolf. Like, there's actually some sort of mythological workings here, and you have to be chosen, and how you're chosen is kind of like a phenomenal thing. So there's nothing wrong with the pumped up bite and look, there you are, but sometimes I want something more substantial, and Brad gives us that in Werewolves of Brooklyn. Seven is music theme or fave song from a book. There's 2 books that I really loved for the music theme. The Hopelessly Devoted by R.J. Jones, because it's about Greece, and it's 2 gentlemen, one who is a huge musical fanatic and one who's not, but loves his musical fanatic. So I really loved getting to know the characters. It's witty, it's quick, it's fun. I loved those books. And then the Perfect Harmony series by Annabeth Albert. Just, mwah. Yes. 8 was Desert Island Read, like anything. But I chose Apollo's Curse by Brad Vance because, once again, we're going to go into like this mythical kind of land, and if I'm on a deserted island, I want to be able to use my imagination more and be able to kind of curtail because I'm on a deserted island, and that book lets you do that. 9, your favorite reading spot. Like they say home is where the heart is. My favorite reading spot is where my book is. 10, a setting you'd like to visit. Russia. I would love to visit Russia. Favorite male author. I'm not answering that. And why? Because I love them all. And I expressed this in one of my other book tags, but an author puts their soul into their book. And I'm not gonna say that I like this author more than this, or this person more than that person, or this writing style more than that writing style. It's not gonna happen. Favorite MC. One of my favorite main characters is Gabriel from Michael's Awakening by Jacqueline Osborne, because he is just fabulous. And I just love his spirit and his just agility to go forward, his life, everything. I mean, he's a femme character, but he embraces who he is. He steps out his front door, how he wants to step out of it, and he doesn't let anybody get in the way of that. I love him. 13, a fave quote. I'm with you all the way. 14, novella or short. I'm really digging and I'm kind of falling in love completely with the Mary Boy series from Brandon Witt, because it's just fun and there's like enough angst to have you, oh my goodness, but at the same time, I mean, it's Hamburger Mary's, so you know you're gonna have a blast. Character's profession that interests you. A pirate from like Prince and the Pirate by Elliot Cooper. There's a female pirate. I mean, she's kind of crazy, but at the same time, she's pretty badass. Who doesn't want to be a pirate? Animal on cover. Okay, here's the thing again, is that, you know, I get ARCs. I kind of don't look at covers very often. I'm really sorry. So I kind of had to go through, and I liked the Reluctant Wolf by Lisa Oliver. I love the story, and I just kind of like the cover, how you have the two men, and then there's like this wolf that represents so much, and yeah. Favorite trope? May December. Love May December. Favorite dad or daddy? Well, of course, Owning It by Riley Hart and Devin McCormick, and if you haven't read it, you need to, because And then His Boy by Bink Cummings was freaking hot. Favorite cover model? Here's where it's kind of like, my bad, because I look at the models and I think, man, that guy is good looking. I never look at their names. I'm objectifying men. Author you want to meet? All of them? Oh my gosh, I totally missed this one. A summer winter read to account for both hemispheres. All of them? I think that works pretty much for anything. All of them. Transportation on the cover. I chose Adrift by Isabel Adler because I love how it shows the ship. Granted, there's like a little person there too, but the ship is pretty awesome. I liked it a lot. Fave of 2017 so far. Road trip themed. The Road Home by Elsa Winters and Brad Vance. Loved it. And of course, I've mentioned this before, but hello, road trip theme. The Americana Fairy Tale series by Lex Chase. Totally road trip in it. Book you would gift a friend. I feel like I've said this a lot tonight, today, whenever you're watching, whatever. Pretty much almost all of them. I mean, obviously a book that I thought was kind of crap, or an author I don't like, I'm not gonna say, you should totally read this book. But for the most part, all of them. A favorite sequel or second in series. I'm gonna go with Release Me by Faith Gibson because, and I've said this before, Cade Anderson was in the first book, Deliver Me, and I hated him. He could have been ran over by the tour bus and I would have been okay with that. And then to find out he's like the star of Release Me, and I was like, no, I don't want this. No, he's supposed to die. He's a dick. And then I read the book and it's kind of my favorite in the series because Ugly Cry, Tearjerker. I kind of cried at A Love Like Blood by Victor Yates because it's passionate and it was realistic and painful but beautiful, and the whole just amount of undignified crap that the main character had to go through. I finished reading Puppet Boy today by Christian Baines, and I teared up at a couple spots towards the end too. Like, I was just, so many things hit me towards the end, like, of putting the book together. So that would be, I mean, it's not the whole thing, just parts of that one. Coming of Age. Once Upon a Prince by Jacqueline Osborne and Nikki James. There's so much that you can take away of lessons learned from that book of coming of age, and not just coming of age, but coming to be who you're supposed to be. Like, he's the prince, he's supposed to be the king, but his brother kind of undermines him and then kind of usurps the throne, and it's just a matter of stepping back and figuring out, obviously through some unorthodox means, who you are and how you need to get to where you're supposed to be. Also, I'm gonna re-say the Hat Trick Trilogy by Jeff Adams because I think it's awesome. Anthology, fave or want to read. I don't know if this would be an anthology really or a series, but The Captain's Men by TJ Land. I'm obsessed with that little short story series. Obsessed. Like, oh my God, obsessed. And then the last one is July release. You can't wait to read all of them. This is like my life right here. I want to read pretty much everything all the time, no matter what. Even when I'm at work and my mind is on things that I'm supposed to be working on, the back of my mind is forming what I just read, what could possibly happen next, the book that's coming out next that I want to read. Everything is just like compiling upon itself of everything books. So there's not like one in July, I don't think, that I'm just like overly bound and ready for. Oh, I think I remember one. Here. What was it? Favorite cover without a person. Shadows, I think it's called Shadows on Your Soul. It's coming out June 12th by Lee Jarrett, and it's about male abuse. And so I think that theme in general is something that's going to be really heartbreaking. Well, I've read the first couple chapters and it is very heartbreaking, but I think that it's going to be a cleanser for the soul. Like, and to see that this is something that happens. There is sexual abuse to men, by women. I mean, when we think of sexual abuse and when we think of physical abuse in general, we always think of women, but men are abused as well. So that's something that she's bringing kind of up front for us to see, for us to witness, something that we're not going to be able to shove under the rug and say, I didn't see this, it doesn't exist. It does exist. I think that was the quickest I've ever gone through a book tag because I was actually prepared versus going, So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, keep them to yourself. I'm just kidding. And this was the LGBT book challenge that I'm turning into a book tag, and every day was a different theme for a different book to bring out. It's to help, with the celebration of Pride Month and help us to become a stronger community. So if you've enjoyed this book tag, I'm going to ask that you help me with that YouTube algorithm and give me a like. Leave me a comment. I love interacting with all of you guys. And then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love to be one of those people that says, look for something new from me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's kind of not how things work with me, just because of life. But that is the magic of the subscribe button, is that you will get a notification when I have a new review out for you. If you like me and think this chick's pretty awesome, down below I'm going to leave my website, Facebook page, and Twitter. If you have a book or an arc you'd like me to read, you can request via website. The LTB Book Challenge, book tag by me. Bye.